Hello everyone, Robert Q. Salomon here from Game Show Garbage. I think it's time to do a special vlog, so to speak. It's time to do something new for Game Show Garbage. We call it the Game Show Garbage Food Chain, aka just some paper taped onto a cheap cardboard box. Yes, we have a really big budget for this show, or for this website. I mean, a cardboard box and paper and pen. Doesn't get much better than that. Well, it kind of is, but let me just explain what we're going to do. The Price is Right had a bunch of people trying out to be the new announcer on air over the past year. So we figure here at Game Show Garbage we rank them 1 through 6 and see who deserves the job and who deserves a swift kick in the rear end. Let's start off with J.D. Roberto. Now, can this be... anyways. J.D. Roberto was the first person to try out for The Price is Right. He announced the 39th season premiere and did like a month or so after that. Now, his announcing is okay. He does carry a bit of baggage, though, fan-base-wise, because he hosted quite a few crappy shows, like Shop Till You Drop from when it was in the Megastore and not the mall, Outback Jack, You Lie Like a Dog, and others that I can't recall right now. Maybe Flamingo Fortune springs to mind. As a host, yeah, he's okay at best. As an announcer, though, he's okay, but he broke a real cardinal sin. He insulted a contestant after the game was played. That is a big no-no. So, I'm not going to start him off with number 1. But to start, we'll put him number 4. We'll put him in the 4th position. I think I got that lined up right, yeah. So, we're going to go in chronological order. After JD had his tryout, Whose Line alum Jeff Davis came along. Now, Jeff Davis, very funny guy. He's a great improv comedian. One of Drew's buddies. You can actually see him at Drew Carrison's show Improvaganza on Game Show Network starting April 11th. Plug. But anyways, as announcer, Jeff is better than JD. So, to start with, we are just going to put Jeff at number 3 for right now. Who knows? He might move up. He might move down. But this is just a safe bet to go to. We'll place him at the 3rd position. And then comes along after Jeff. You think, okay, Whose Line has cranked out a couple good people, so how's that fare for Brad Sherwood? Or do I hold up like this? Brad Sherwood. Any good? And welcome back. Let's try this again. Brad Sherwood. Whose Line guy? Very funny guy. As a host, he's okay. He hosted the dating game in 96-97. You could see that on the website, Game Show Garbage. gsgarbage.clw83.com. Right down there. And he also hosted The Big Moment, which was like a some sort of do some spectacular stunt, win a lot of money. Never seen a full episode, so I can't really judge it more on that. Anyways, Brad Sherwood's announcing. Oh, God. He is the fakest sounding announcer this side of Rich Jeffries. He sounds like, "Come on down! You're the next contestant on The Price is Right!" Or something along those lines. So, Brad Sherwood, fake, horrible. Most of his stuff is done in post. He goes to the bottom. I don't even have it on right. Yes, big budget, ladies and gentlemen. And speaking of big budgets, we even have enough money to put a big name on it. How big of a name? Here's a big name for you. David H. Lawrence the 17th. A really long, big name. Now, he is Jim's favorite person. Why? Because he is a radio guy. He's a podcast guy. He does a lot of his voice. He has done a bit of everything in the business. Video, audio, podcast, that sort of thing. Overall, he's the best announcer of what we got up here so far. He's better than Brad. He's better than JD. And he's better than Jeff. Most of his stuff sounds real, clean, and sufficient. So right now, I put him at number 1. Now, does he stay up there? No. Here's my favorite, George Gray. Now, George Gray has been in the business for years. He's hosted shows. He's done radio. He's a very funny comedian. And... a comedian, not comedian, comedian, male comic, I'll just say. And George Gray, very funny on the show. He's got a great voice for it. He really gets into his role. And for that, I gotta move David Lawrence down to 2. If I could get it on right. Gonna have to invest in more tape. George Gray goes to number 1. Now we have one more guy, and that is Steve White. I've never heard of him before in my life, and as announcer, he is like Burton Richardson light, and that's not a good thing, because if you're trying to emulate Burton Richardson, at least emulate Burton Richardson right. His announcing is okay, but announcing-wise, it's not as good as JD's announcing. His sounds a bit forced. However, he has never insulted a contestant, and his stuff isn't done in post. So JD goes down to 5. And Steve White, speaking for The Price is Right, gets the 4th spot. So, there you have it. That is my board, as the show used to go. We have George Gray at 1, David H. Lawrence the 17th at 2, Jeff Davis 3, Steve White 4, JD Roberto 5, and in the bottom, Brad Sherwood, who's the last announcer on the Price is Right board for announcer tryouts. God, he sucks. But anyways, that's the board. I will update the board if we get a 7th, but I don't think we're going to get a 7th because we're near April, so we're probably going to get some guys returning, or that's going to be it. Anyways, I'd like to thank all of you for watching. I will be bringing back the food chain soon, because I need to do something for a friend, and something to help give the site a little more credibility. Anyways, until then, this is Robert Simon saying, help control the human population. Have your Brad Sherwoods and your JD Robertos spayed and neutered. Goodbye, everybody.